This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
Is this the last spring practice of the year for you guys?
Man, football coaches, I think, and the older I've gotten, I think we just, I don't get too upset about things I can't control, and this is certainly something that I have zero control over, and you obviously want to do what's best for your kids and the people around your program. And so I'm glad that I'm not in the decision-making process on that, but it seems to surely be headed in that direction unless something changes, but we'll be okay either way. But I hate it for all the teams that I've coached a long time, and those seniors that don't get to finish their careers. It certainly is, for Richie McKay and his team that doesn't get to experience going to, the dance. And, it's certainly the first of my lifetime like this, and it's one that, I'm prayerful that will end quickly. But it certainly seems to be out of my control for sure, and I think everybody's just trying to speculate on what is the best process to make sure you protect people.
When you look at the fact that a lot of schools haven't even started their spring practice, you've gotten 5, 6 practices in.
This will be 5.
Is this an advantage for you? It's in some way.
Obviously, if you get 5 extra ones in, it's got to help you. I don't know that it's going to make the difference in winning or losing these 5 practices, but certainly we're glad that we were able to get a few in. But I think that the NCAA could do some things that could help. I don't know. And I know there's always, you come up in your mind with a solution like, give these seniors the opportunity to come back for another season if they choose, that didn't get to complete theirs, not in football obviously, but in the other sports. Or in football, I would a lot rather have a 2-week mini camp in the 1st of June than even spring practice, because then you have all your signees here and you have a full roster. And you could do it in conjunction with your prospect camp, so you're already here. There's some things that they could do to help us some with that, but I know that there's just a lot of moving parts, and certainly I'm glad I'm not having to make all those decisions.
How the guys look so far through 4 practices and here into the 5th?
I've been really pleased with the energy, the effort. We got a ways to go at some spots, but I do, our bodies are changing. I think our team looks different than it looked last year. And a lot of credit goes to Coach Dom and his strength staff, but been really pleased. And we'll go on spring break and see what the coming weeks bring us.
And if practice is canceled, do you have any instructional videos that you send the kids where they can work out on their own, or have you even thought that far?
Really, haven't started thinking that, but certainly if practices are canceled, you would reason to believe that we wouldn't even be getting together to have meetings, because it's kind of the same philosophy, just trying to keep people isolated a bit. But absolutely, we got all the technology where we can send them cut-ups and tapes and all those things. So we'll do what we can with whatever comes.
And with that, will you still remain in daily contact with these guys remotely, just to make sure they're doing their studies, if they're doing it online,
yeah,
making sure they're working out and eating the right things?
Certainly, we're going to stay in contact with our kids, but it won't be the same as taking them to training table and seeing them every day. But you hope that that our program has kind of set a standard that most want to chase, to where they choose to do the right things academically, socially, and physically, and even when we're not together, if that comes our way.
Have you been in touch with other coaches whose spring practices have been altered by this, and what's their feelings about the same as yours?
Yeah, I've talked to coaches. Yeah, all of us are we just want to do what's best, and none of us feel qualified to decide what that is. So again, just we're gonna, whatever we're told is the best plan of action for this time, we're going to abide by and support it.
With what happened to you
grass in the fall. How much can you use that going forward if it is something that we have to do remote?
Yeah, that's a good question. I certainly can. We've done a bunch of coaches meetings and via internet and satellite, and we certainly could continue to do that. But the thing about the coaches right now is we've spent so much time together getting ready for spring ball and watching all the cut-ups. I'm not sure that there's a whole lot more I want to do. It's almost overkill with the coaches because we've gone through everything that we wanted, that we liked, that we didn't like, and what we're going to work on in spring. So don't think it'll be a lot of that. And then you got spring recruiting, which seems like that's maybe trending to where that's not going to happen either, at least for a period of time. And we got some junior days coming up that we've got to deal with too. So most of our conversations will probably be geared toward how are we going to handle recruiting and FaceTiming recruits and when you can't go on the road and those things. Not so much X's and O's because since February 1st, that's all we've done is getting ready for these practices. So I think we're in pretty good shape there.
You're an independent. Do you have to follow the same rules as other conferences when it comes to recruiting, or will you have to abide by overarching?
Well, we're a member institution of the NCAA, so if they came out with some guidelines, we'd have to abide by that. But if they don't, I think we obviously are independent and could decide what's right for us. And again, I'm glad that we've got great administrators that will make those decisions and not me.
And I saw a few guys like Amari Jenkins, Trayon Sibley, Caleb Coleman have been injured. How are they, and would they have been ready to go?
Yeah, we expect to get several back after spring break, and so we'll see. But we expect to definitely Sibley back. Amari's going to be a little longer probably with that surgery to remove the cyst off his shin, and Caleb's close. Not to be in full contact, but to being able to practice some. Dabney after spring ball, we've had several that we expected to be back, and then maybe the additions of some other D-term enrollees. So we'll see.
I guess if spring gets cut off, that hurts not having them out there.
Yeah, you certainly would like to get if it goes like I think it is and we're able to get a couple more in at D-term, you certainly wish they could get the extra practices so they come into fall camp having practiced in the system some, but man, we're not the only ones that are affected by it, so it's we'll take it in stride.